Gabe, I'll start down here, kind of along the lines of what I asked Joey there. How important, first of all, is this for you guys as a team moving forward, but also you individually? What was that like tonight? And was it kind of everything you thought it would be, having that whole senior night experience?
Yeah, it was everything that I thought. I mean, it was emotional because that's our last time ever playing in the Breslin with my guys. So it was emotional, but I mean, we came through and got a win. That was the most important part of it all. That's all I wanted to do was get a win. It's gonna be very important. It's one and done time, so we can't have no mistakes. I don't know how many turnovers we ended up with. 14 turnovers. We can't have that. We got to cut that down. We got to start playing better D. Offense was kind of slow and stale at times, so we got to correct that. But we came out with a win, though, so that's good.
After Malik had that and one to make 7 straight points for himself, he started skipping down the end of the floor there. How important was that for you guys, for him to rattle off those 7 straight points? And just also, too, I know Coach has been looking for more consistency out of him in that way.
Malik comes in every day to work, and I'm just proud of him just to see the ball go in for him because he had a little tough stretch of struggling as well. So when he did that move, though, it was so impressive. So I had to get hype. But we're gonna need him for many more moments like that again. So I'm just happy that he got it done today.
Wonder if you could kind of walk through maybe the pregame and just before you guys tip and how you guys as seniors summoned up that energy that you were talking about that you needed, and then the stretch right before Malik went off and the 7 points that you scored after they cut it to 3. That period, was it a point where you felt like you needed to take over?
Kind of in a way, but my teammates found me. They found me in good spots, and I just happened to make the play. It's not a one-man team as has been seen this whole year. We got a lot of guys that can score individually, and we got a lot of guys that can create for others. So I just happened to get the ball in my hands, and I happened to just make something happen.
And what about the pregame and the start that you guys as a senior group had?
The pregame was we wanted to come out with a lot of energy. We've been coming out stale for the past 2 games. So we wanted to come out with a lot of energy. And, of course, it was more of an emotional night because of the seniors. We wanted to send us off right. So we came out with a lot of energy, and I think we went on like a 12-0 run or something like that in the beginning. So that was good.
I'm just wondering, your first year and your first senior day, when you see that, you probably think, well, that's a long way off for me, and you snap your fingers and now it's you. What's it like to go through that and to go through it today?
It's crazy. I mean, as a freshman, you don't think of it at that time. You just think of, wow, they just did their time. Now it's the next year and the next year and the next year. But when you get in that moment, it's emotional, and it was an emotional day for me because I put a lot of pain, a lot of struggles, a lot of ups and downs. Everything I did, I put it in the gym. So it's just hard to see me just stop playing there.
Gabe, I know this day and game was emotional enough as is, but did it add any extra being part of this game where Coach Izzo passes Bobby Knight to become all-time winning?
Oh, yeah, that was the main goal. That was one of the main goals that we wanted to do. We didn't talk about it, but everybody on the team knew. I mean, we wanted to get the job done for him and have him be on top. I know how important that is to him, so I'm just glad we got it done tonight.
Gabe, you guys have had a couple big wins like this. What is it going to take to kind of turn it into kind of a run here, especially when you're going into one and done time?
We just got to stay locked in. Guys got to buy all the way in. It's one and done time, and I'm not one person that wants to go home early. I went home early last year, and I'm not going home early this year. So everybody got to lock in. We got to get the job done.
Gabe, I'm wondering what you saw from Malik in the last couple of days since he kind of struggled at Columbus, and obviously his second half today was, I think, really important for you guys. What you saw from him then, and sort of any conversations you've had or the response you saw from him tonight too?
He didn't let it get to him. He comes in every day to practice. He comes in, works hard. He works on his craft every day. And we needed that run from him. He's a phenomenal player, and he's an all-around player for us as well. So he can guard, he can score, he can rebound it as well. So we needed all of that from him, and he did a good job tonight.
Do you think he realizes sometimes the player that he can be? Do you think that's one of his, I mean, I know he said before that he's never been like a leading man, so to speak. Do you think that's part of what is difficult for him sometimes?
Yeah. It's difficult for a lot of guys. Wow, that's a good question. But yeah, it's difficult for him because he has never been in that position to be a scorer, be a defender, be an all-around guy as well. So for him to just come out and just stick to himself and play within the offense and play within the defense, he did a phenomenal job tonight for us.
Gabe, can you just talk a little bit about the impact that Marcus had both on the court, scoring and rebounds,
You talking about Big 30 right over there? Okay.
and the impact he had as a leader? Coach was saying that he was a lot more vocal today in the huddles.
Marcus did a phenomenal job. Hold on, let me see. 4 for 8, 3 for 4. You missing free throws, bro. 1 for 2, 11 rebounds, 12 points, 2 steals, 1 block. Dang, that's a phenomenal stat line, boy. But he did a phenomenal job of just sticking with it. He wanted to be the guy that wanted to give us more and more energy, and he's one of those guys that we need each and every night to bring energy because he's a senior as well. But he did a phenomenal job, rebounded and scoring it, and doing a good job on defense as well. Marcus Bingham, ladies and gentlemen, Big 30, all-time block leader. There you go.